performance tonight. But let's go to David. He's a Chelsea fan. All right, Dave?
All right, Dave.
All right, gentlemen, how are you doing? All right.
Good, Dave. How are you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm all right. I'm recuperating as I had an operation, but I'm all right.
What can we ask? What operation?
Yeah. But it's you're getting off the point. But yeah, I mean, those sorted out from a long time ago. I had it smashed up a long time ago, and I finally had it sorted. But it's all right.
Oh, good.
It's all good.
Good,
but,
mate,
good.
Well,
I was ringing up because I thought I was listening to Alvida saying Pet when I first switched on that night. You know. You better Google that one, Jamie. You wouldn't know what that is.
No, I know what Alveda's pet is.
What do you mean, Dave? What do you mean? You're not happy for Newcastle?
The over-exuberance and the celebration. What have they won?
Oh, they won the prize of getting in the Champions League. First time, 20 years.
Yeah, but there's a word in there, that champions.
What do you mean? I mean,
to celebrate getting top four. Do you know what I mean? Is that the highlight? You know what I mean?
Well, it is for a club who've not been in it for 20 years.
No, it is for a club the size of Newcastle, right?
Yeah, but
this is a massive achievement for them, right? You think about the last.
They've done well. They've done really well.
No, I know, and I know we got it, but the club the size of Newcastle, the last 55 years, this is almost like their Christmas. Isn't it? Yeah, they got there. They can't believe they got there, and they have, and they deserve it. Now, all of a sudden, they got the prospect of maybe having Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, AC Milan, some of the big heads of European football, rock up and make their season better next year because they've not had this. 20 years they've been waiting there for this. 20 years, and now they've got this. They've got a chance to play it on the biggest stage, and that's why if they're ahead of schedule, they should have been 2 years. They're 2 years ahead of schedule, right?
They've got to win something, basically, haven't they? And let's make it.
Well, I wouldn't. I know.
I mean, you sound like a very bitter Chelsea fan right now, Dave. You're 12th in the table.
I'm not. Well, that's not what I'm ringing up about. I could talk all night about what's wrong with my club at the moment, but that's not what I'm calling up. The bottom line is Newcastle need to win something, and that's the bottom line. Do you know what I mean? We're celebrating.
You're saying they're going over the top? Is that what you're saying?
I would say let's get it in proportion. I think Newcastle can win something definitely, without a doubt. But let's put it in proportion. They've probably been in the Europa League before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And then they'll be in the test of whether they can play Thursday, Sunday. Do you know what I mean?
There's a big challenge ahead, but I think
massive. But they've got to win something. There's no taking away from what Hal's done up there. I mean, he's been sensational what he's done. But let's put it into perspective.
Shocking from Chelsea fans. This.
The thing is,
come on.
I mean, how did you all react when you got in the Champions League when you brought in Roman Abramovich?
Well, for your information, we got to the semi-finals before Roman turned up.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Okay, so let's just have it right.
Not the Champions League.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We took Jose the following season when he won it.
He got knocked out.
Yes, we took
Who's
Jose
knocked out by?
Yeah, but anyway, let's not get them.
And we also qualified for the Champions League. We won the Super Cup.
So Chelsea were a massive club before Roman. Is that what you're saying?
We won more trophies than Liverpool in the 90s.
Exactly. And do you know what I mean? So Tottenham's another club that has struggled.
I'm just giving you answers.
You're going like you're taking away credit from Newcastle. Not been in it.
What I'm saying.
Away credit, but
no, he's not. What he's saying is that Newcastle haven't won anything in 55 years, nearly 60 years.
So the last time Newcastle won something was in black and white. So that was a joke. That's funny.
No, it's true. Look. When you're a club the size of Newcastle, to get to the Champions League, it's massive. It's massive. It is. It's enormous. And they deserve it, by the way. They deserve to be where they are.
I'm not disputing it, but they've got to win something. Yeah. Their fans deserve a trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, Dave, you're a very bitter Chelsea fan, I think that sounds like to me.
I think what he's doing there, I think he's basically saying that the journey starts here. It's one thing, and it's right, because when you're in the biggest club competition in the world, right, and they are way ahead of schedule. Way ahead of schedule. They shouldn't be there.
Why are you taking the shine off it?
Take the shine off it.
They are. You've got Newcastle fans, and it's a massive night for the football club. Champions League football.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you.
But you're not, because you're saying, well, no, well done. It's to start something. They've got to win something.
No. Yes, they do, don't they?
And you called them a small club.
I didn't call them a small club.
Well, you did.
What have I said?
Well, you said for a club like Newcastle.
A club the size of Newcastle in the Champions League, it's enormous. It's massive.
I'm not having it, mate. You're very condescending. You sound like Gorinda.
I am Gorinda.
No,
No, let's be honest. A club the size of Newcastle To be in the Champions League, it's enormous, mate. It is. And credit to them, they deserve it. It's up to Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool to hunt them down and go and do better. Don't be moaning about this, that and the other.
Yeah, but hold
Newcastle
on.
have done it right.
Before Roman Abramovich turned up at Chelsea, Newcastle were a bigger club than Chelsea. They have a bigger fan base than Chelsea. The reason that you've become so big was because you got Roman Abramovich in. Now they've got that. And they're going to start winning things. To say that...
No, I wouldn't be too sure they're going to win things, mate. Honestly, so they all thought they're going to win the Carabao Cup this year.
All right, they got beat in the final.
Yeah, they got 2 FA Cups in the 90s. Didn't win. They are a club that are used to failure. This is why they're celebrating the way they are.
Oh,
the club.
honestly.
No, it's true though. They're a football club. They think they're a big club, and they're not, right? They
are a big club.
What do you mean they're a big club?
They're a massive football club, Jace. They're a huge football club in the north of England.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'll give you that. In the north of England, they're a massive football club.
Yeah,
but
they
in
are
world
a
football,
huge football club, though. Look at the fan base that they've got. It is a huge football club. All right, they haven't won nothing, Jace. That doesn't mean you're not a big football club.
Okay. Well, I know you're going to explain that past me. How do you explain that? They haven't won nothing for 60 years. 60 years, Jay. 60 years. This is a football club going places. I don't doubt that. But when you're a club the size of Newcastle, they think they're big and they're not. They've got the potential to be enormous. But they're not. They're not, are they? They're not.
What's potential mean to be enormous? What's potential mean then?
Well, Sunderland have potential to be enormous, but they're not. Newcastle potential to be enormous, but they're not. There's plenty of them out there. Spurs, potential to be enormous, but they're not. It's true. It's true, Jay. It's true.
What are you going on about? Spurs are not a big club.
Last time you won a league title was 61.
All right,
Jay, come on, you've got to level with me. You've got to be delivering big trophies, turn up the biggest stages and deliver on the biggest stage and get the trophy over the line. Man City are embarking on what's going to be a potentially monumental season. They need to bring home that big-eared baby. They do.
All right, let's go to Taylor. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Taylor?
All right, mate.
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What do you want to say?
Just that boy that was on talking about Newcastle not being a big club. He's totally out the park. Newcastle were a massive club until Chelsea come along with the billions. And they weren't complaining when they got the money. They weren't asking questions about where the money come from. Boy just wants to be happy for Newcastle. We're dining at the top table now. We're back to where we belong, where we need to be. And he's just bitter. He's just jealous because Chelsea are nowhere near it, mate.
Now, what you're doing, you're now a waiter at the top table. You're not dining. You've now turned up. You're now waiting on the top table. Eventually, you'll start dining off it when you win something.
No, we're dining already because you've got the Champions League money we get for getting there. Even just for turning up the Champions League, you've got the TV money. We're now getting around that FFP. They're getting some more money at the party. And we'll be dining out at the top table. That's just taking us. That's just taking us to the next stage.
But all you're dining off is the roll. It's like a roll and a bit of butter at the top table. There's no salmon. There's no beef. There's no chicken.
But they're there though. They're there now. They are dining at the top table.
You can't stuff your face and turn up and leave with no trophies.
Oh no, we'll be stuffing my face up there with Real Madrid's, PSG's, loving life, mate, loving life.
And win what in the last 60 years, Taylor. This is the problem.
Listen, it's never been about winning anything. It's just about being there.
What are you on about? What are you on about?
Right. Yeah, we'll get there. The success will come. All we want at the minute as a fan base is just to be there, be at the party, have these big, massive nights back at St James's Park.
Taylor, you were there 20 years ago and you were stuffing your face and you left the party early and fell asleep in the road.
We're back at the party and we've got a carry out ready to go. We're not coming to sip out of people's wine. We're bringing our own.
That's why you bring your own bottle. That's who you are. You still bring your own bottle. You want to turn up, people serve you wine, Taylor. You're bringing your own Chardonnay.
You're just getting yourself excited. Well, I don't drink Chardonnay, Cundy. I'll leave that to you.
Right, what is that? What are you drinking then? What are you drinking?
A nice Cabernet Sauvignon.
You're going to bring a couple of cans of special brew.
A nice cheese board, some salami, some nice Parma ham, sitting soaking up that Spanish sun.
And then get beat in the final again.
The mags are on tour. Get your passport ready, boys. Have you seen a Markham in Milan?
Taylor, it's brilliant. I really appreciate you phoning in. Great call.
But listen, he's right. But ultimately, You've got to, they've not
Listen,
they've
you're just
won
a very
nothing.
bitter and jealous Chelsea fan. You finished
Wigan.
12th in the table.
Wigan.
Right, you're a disgrace this season.
Oh, don't get me
Right?
started.
You
No,
could
no.
finish
Oh,
even lower than
Oh,
that.
no, listen, this season we are appalling.
So don't
No,
knock
so-
Newcastle fans for getting
we
excited about
swap-
being back in the
we
Champions
swapped
League.
place with Newcastle. Now I know Newcastle fans have felt for the last 60 years.
The only
60
reason
years.
you've been successful is because you had a billionaire who come in and bought your football club. Now Newcastle have got it, and you're now out of the party.
But Jay-
You're not at the top table anymore.
But Jay,
you're 12th.
Jay-
You're irrelevant.
Jay-
You get to the door and they tell you to go away. Who's this? Jason Cundy, Chelsea. No, you're not on the list, mate.
Your name's not
You're
there,
not on.
you're
You're not
coming
on there. No, you're not on the database. You're off it. See you later.
It's not released.
You're not coming in.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. No, I'm definitely on the list.
No,
Hold on.
sorry, sir.
Hold
Can't
on.
find you
Hold
on
on.
here. I've got Newcastle, I've got Man City, I've got Arsenal, I've got United, Goldstein, Cundy, Chelsea. No,
Spurs?
can't find you. Spurs, they're on the reserve list. And someone drops out.
I've got
Someone
20
don't turn up.
I've got 2020's
Spurs can
list.
get in there. Chelsea, they're nowhere near it.
See,
You're dining at McDonald's next season with Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest.
One year won't do us any harm. To feel like Newcastle fans have felt for the last 60 years won't do us any harm. Give us a slap in the face because we've been a disgrace this season, right? And Newcastle have been doing that for the last 25, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And it's up to us now to raise our game and get back
He's
to
so
where...
bitter, isn't he?
No,
He's
it's
so
true.
bitter.
It's
He's
true.
honestly, it's ridiculous.
We're disgraced.
All right?
We're disgraced.
Just go and dine at Mackie D's.
Absolute disgrace.
Go and get your chicken selects, mate.
Absolutely.
Go and get them and your filet fish, yeah? Get out of here.
Chicken
All right?
selects.
They're dining at the top table. They've got truffle pasta.
We're chicken
All right?
selects.
That's what they've got coming.
They're drinking-
Salmon
they're drinking
and
Cabernet
lobster.
Sauvignon.
All right? Get the oysters out and the caviar. You all got the selects, mate. See you later.
We got filet of fish.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.